What was that just now? Did something happen?
Sam, about the next site we wanted you to bring online with the Cupid, it seems we have a little problem. The tar currents nearby have grown unstable. Under these conditions, it's unlikely we'll be able to establish a chiral network connection. Our scans have identified a potential cause. An unknown device located within a brigand outpost to the north of West Fort Knott. It's hardly an elegant solution, but we need you to destroy it. When you're ready, take on this main order to proceed. The client in this case is the musician. I can't wait to hear what he has to share with the network. Don't let us down, Sam. Hey Sam, this is Tarman. The disruptor device we need you to disable is located in this area. You should have no trouble whatsoever destroying it using MP bullets or MP shells. Alternatively, consider getting close enough to access the device directly. You can use your ring terminal to have APAS hack into it, allowing you to disable it without resorting to brute force. Be advised though, Sam, that some of the brigands you'll encounter on site will be wearing armor protecting both their heads and bodies, and that every one of these armored units will be wielding a rod. No doubt their aim is to fortify themselves against ranged attacks, allowing them to move in and engage you at close quarters. In light of this development, we've gone ahead and added armored enemies to our VR weapons and combat training programs. This way you can experiment with various methods and find a means of dealing with them that's suited to your personal strengths. That's all the information I have for now. Review your potential routes and finalize your equipment loadout before heading out. We're counting on you, Sam.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
good.
Sam, are you planning on entering enemy territory while carrying all that? With that much cargo on your back, they'll spot you in no time. Why not stash your backpack and any excess equipment somewhere safe? And take only what you need for now. job, Sam. You've disabled the target. All right, let's deliver the cargo. There are wild animals nearby. Such creatures are rare and precious. Friends to be protected.
Take 5.
Hey, Sam, you know that harmonica of yours? Why don't you try playing it for a little bit?
Just let me sleep a little longer. Okay. Thank you kindly. Thanks for the help.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Hold on. You're with Drawbridge, am I right? Hope the brigands weren't too much trouble. So you look okay. Glad you can make it. All right. Let's take a look at this cargo of yours. Condition doesn't look all that bad to me. That's good work. Where the hell did you find this? You are the best! I'll definitely have more work for you if you want it. I've been waiting a long time for this. Okay, use your Cupid to hook me up.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
This is really something. I'm part of the chiral network, which means everyone can finally listen to my songs. Then with the music player, you'll be able to set the mood for your event. And just like that, the world's gotten... Yeah, looks like my weapon data has been shared with everyone. So about the recording you brought me, it almost sounds like a whale song. But there's something off about it. Anyway, I'll send you updates via the SS... That tar man's the one who recorded it. He said he heard it while he was out tar fishing. Have a listen. Call me crazy, but we might be dealing with something like a whale. Another interesting thing to note, creatures that hear this song make an effort to avoid the source. There's not much else I can say with confidence. However, give me some time to analyze it, and I might get you some answers. Yeah, I got it from a friend who knows all about weapons. This is way back in the day, when I was traveling in search of new music. Well, he said I'd need to protect myself. Taught me how to use it and everything. But I never did in the end. Just as well, I'm better with instruments, you know? Apparently this shines when you break it out at close range. Incorporates the latest tech as well, so it ought to pack one hell of a punch. In an ideal world, we wouldn't ever need stuff like this. But I bet it's a necessary evil for you. Do what you gotta. Yep, I can really immerse myself in my work here. Sadly, all the music I've made never gets heard, but still, because of that update I pushed you earlier, the new music player function, remember? In it, you'll find a set when you've got the time, be it on the job or relaxing. Gotta get going, huh? You know, I've been wondering how those brigands got their hands on the disrupt. I'm just saying, they certainly don't have the know-how to build one. It's kind of... Oh yeah, I had another favor I wanted to ask. I lost some cargo near and dear to my heart, even though I tried my best to keep... I've tracked it to this dangerous place. Too dangerous for some... The request's open to anyone willing to accept, but something... Anyway, if this kind of works up your alley, then take a look at my suborder.
Thank you so much, Sam. I have high hopes for his work, but I suppose we'll have to wait and see what comes of it. As for that strange device, it seems that its effect on the tar currents blocked all chiral communications. So I think it's only fair that we call it a chiral jammer. Anyway, while the currents in the area have settled down somewhat, we've received a number of troubling new... For one, a tar eruption was recorded in the direct vicinity of West... A group of figures clad in red and a large, unidentified black mass were observed just prior to... Needless to say, the anomalous tar current activity near West Fort Knot may be related, so we can't afford to ignore them and proceed with... We've got no choice but to investigate and address any cause that may be present. The corresponding main order has been added to this delivery. I've got a feeling a difficult fight might be ahead of you, Sam. I strongly advise you to prepare accordingly.
Order completed. Well done.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
「音の中で君を探してる」「霧の中で」
Commencing route creation. Delivery route.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Whoa.
Looks like you have what was requested. All that remains now is to drop it off. Who calls for comfort?
Hey, Sam, I've decided. Okay. Look at the shine on this. You're always there just when I need you. Allow me to express my gratitude with this data. Do you have enough materials? Why don't I increase the amount you withdraw from here?
Now displaying your current porter grade.
And with talents like those, you might even catch their eye. The Tar Lake Twin. I went and shared another music sample with you, by the way. If you can, I would love it. That's right. Or so I've heard. They live on the edge of a tar lake to explore the limits of what a human being can handle. Only interested in meeting exceptional folks capable of pushing. Sadly, nobody has come along. Makes for an interesting... Which has me wondering, what kind of person would be good enough? Yeah, got it from a king. Stuff that'll hit you right in the kanda. A classic tune. When you head back to your room, have a listen. Again, it's weird though. How did something I know I'd stored safely end up in a place like that? Anyway, you might want to take care, and please come back soon.
Order completed. Well done.
Thanks for being there for me.
me.
Thanks for the help.
It won't be long till happiness themselves greet me.
Stretch my legs.
A new feature has been made available for use.
I will be gone tonight. Everything's done for a while, and I will be silent of you. In the fire of the wild, we'll be dancing. Dancing,
Nearly at our destination. You see anything suspicious?
Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Been a long time, Sam.
Fuck, how you still alive?
Oh, no, I'm just a ghost. Come to take my revenge on you and that bitch Fragile. All the way from the other side. Of course, there's no point in trying to kill you when you won't stay dead. But there are plenty of other ways to make you suffer. Huh? The kid kicked the bucket, huh? Shame. Goddamn shame. Tonight, what are you just lugging that coffin up? Pod? Going on a walkabout? Well, that's touching. Even if you don't know a goddamn thing about Lou.
What are you saying?
Huh? Maybe I can't kill you, you won't die, but you can lose everything you love. And torture yourself for the rest of time, knowing that death will never come for you. So you go on your little walkabout. Go wherever you want, but I will be damned if I let you link up this continent. Not because extinction's my creed, though, no. No, I want to build a world where fear and violence are king. And who do you think will come out on top, Sam? You? With your hippy-dippy network? Or me? With my more rough and tumble methods? I can't wait to find out. Just a good old-fashioned boss fight. Cruelty or collaboration? The eternal choice. Let's put him to the test.
What a hit! Cliche, but that one's gonna hurt. one! That one seems to have done some damage. Sam. That last attack of yours seems to have left a mark. That must hurt. Nice one. That one seems to have done some damage. Well done, Sam. That last attack of yours seems to have left a mark. Whew. That was amazing, Sam. Great work. Now let's get this place on the Chiral network.
Your name is Sam, isn't it? What in the hell was that thing anyway? It looked like a machine, but none I've ever seen. Right. Wow. I honestly had no idea you were that skilled. I hope we can continue. This moment's been a long time coming. Please use your Cupid to connect.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Great. No issues establishing a chiral network connection. By the way, we've sent some folks out to recover the wreckage of that giant mech that attacked us earlier. Only prudent we study it, you know? If we learn anything of value, we'll be sure to relay it to Drawbridge right away. Thanks again for coming to our rescue.
Sam, this is the President. Due to your tireless efforts, West Fort Knot is now part of the Chiral Network. A great achievement. I salute you. However, this expansion has done little to address the anomalous activity observed across the continent. Elsewhere, disruptions in the tar currents are growing ever more prevalent. Only by connecting all of Australia can we hope to resolve this situation. And by doing so, we will create the optimal conditions for a new Plategate to manifest as well. We are one step closer to making the Chiralverse a reality, and ensuring humanity overcomes extinction. The road ahead is still fraught with peril, but I have the utmost faith in your capabilities. For now, though, please take a well-deserved break aboard the DHV Magellan.
Order completed. Well done.
I will be gone tonight.
Nothing like a warm shower after a hard day's labor. Am I right, Sam? You know, I've been thinking about what happened to Lou. Fragile holds herself personally responsible for those tragic events. If Higgs was indeed behind the attack, then I can understand why she feels that way. Why she blames herself for setting everything in motion. But she's resolved not to let any of it show. To bottle it up and put on a brave face. She didn't used to smoke before, did she? I suspect it's a form of self-punishment she's adopted. Vengeance gives rise to a cycle of violence, and Higgs wouldn't have it any other way. But she's committed to helping you complete this journey, together with Lou, to get you back on your feet. And if she believes she has to bury her emotions and play the part of a hard-nosed commander to do that, she will. That's what I think, anyway. I'm sure you can understand her position. That masked man, that was Higgs, wasn't it? I had no idea he commanded such terrible powers. To summon a giant mech single-handedly. I expect he's behind recent disruptions to the tar currents, too. Well, you don't have to face him alone, Sam. You have me for backup. Sam, is that Horizon Dreamer I spy in your music collection? That's one of Daiichi Miura's best songs. I'd love to hear it again, to listen and remember my family. Come to think of it, the brigands object to virtually... Which begs the question of how they managed to get their hands on that disruptor device, or chiral jammer, doesn't it? Sam, apparently you can create your own custom... If you have any I don't really...
Departing facility.
Thanks, Spirit. Very impressive work, Sam.
Was it really Higgs? He's alive.
He called himself a ghost, but...
He found a way back from the beach just so he could kill us.
It's definitely his voice I heard. I didn't get a good look at his face, but yeah. He said he came back to get revenge on you and me. Screwing with our plans to link up Australia was just another way to do that.
They were all in red. Just like the ones at your place. That could have been him too.
You think that was Higgs? Did you see him hurt Lou?
I'm not sure.
Fragile, I need you to remember.
I only caught a glimpse. But they were all wearing red. This is all my fault. I had him at my mercy on Amelie's beach. If I'd only finished him off, none of this would have happened.
No. You can't blame yourself. You know, something's been bugging me. Something he said. You don't know a goddamn thing about Lou. It hit me after. He's absolutely right. I mean, the kid's whole life is a total mystery to me. So I gotta ask. Can you look into Lou's past? Find out what you can? Charlie, you, the ship's crew, you all have connections within the UCA, right? And at least one of you has to have access to the UCA archives that were recovered by the Chiral Network.
All right, Sam. Let's see what we can find on Lou.
Really, Sam, there's such a thing as too tight. Oh. That must have been quite the nightmare. I can't feel my legs.
Lou.
Sam, this is Tarman. Feeling refreshed, I hope? Thanks to all your hard graft, the DHV Magellan can get around a lot more freely now. More specifically, we can travel between any two facilities that are connected to the chiral network by way of the tar currents. Naturally, this includes Mexico as well. If you're curious about how the folks in the places you visited are getting on, you can catch up on any recent developments by accessing the Corpus via your ring terminal. And to have the Magellan travel to a given facility, simply open the map with your ring terminal and chart a course to your destination.
Please select a
If you refuse, there will be severe repercussions. But what makes you think you have a choice?
Sam, it's Charlie. So you know, Sam, Fragile is currently looking into Lou. Meanwhile, Tarvin is conducting a separate investigation into the giant mech that attacked you earlier. For now, we would like you to focus on extending that is a task. As the network grows in size, we will have... That said, you won't be able to proceed until the situation... It appears that they're in dire need, to the point that they don't even have enough to... This next order is intended to alleviate... You're to restore the mine north of F1 and its monorail station to working order and link up Westport. After which, you'll deliver a large quantity of excavated materials from the mine to the settlement by rail. As this is a somewhat complicated order, Anyway, I'd appreciate it if you... All right, Sam. You'll need to work through several steps to complete this. To begin with, collect the cache of materials waiting for you on the DHB Magellan. Take these to the mine north of F1. The location has been marked for you on your map. And when you arrive there, submit the materials using the terminal on site. This will... Next, access the terminal again to commence mining. If all goes well, a large you'll then need to deliver those materials to Westport. Consider making use of the monorail located at the mine to make life easier. Upon your arrival at F1, use the delivery terminal to submit all the materials for That's all there is to it. So begin plotting your route.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route final.
On this occasion, you can use a tri-cruiser to transport them. These carriers are... If that sounds good to you, and when you're not using the carrier for cargo, you can hop aboard and kick the ground and use it as a makeshift skateboard. Just remember that floating carriers require...
Feels good.
There's another porter here. Since you brought this psych onto the chiral network, perhaps they thought they could make use of the additional data to make a safe run. Want to go and say hello?
Came in handy. Thanks for the help.
Hey, mine's heavier.
Came in handy. Thanks for the help.
Well done, Sam. I've never seen a working monorail before. Think of all the stuff it could carry. Very good, Sam. Now all you have to do is load the extracted materials onto the monorail for transport. Let's begin.
Cargo transported by the monorail has been placed in your private locker. The cargo can...
Did you actually manage to restore the monorail? Awesome! With it back up and running, you'll be able to transport materials from the mine? Right, would you look at all this? I think it's safe to say we'll have nothing to worry about for a while. We've made some great strides in our research thanks to you. If it's all right, we'd like you to have this. Just wanted to let you know that we're increasing the amount of material.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Oh, here's a little something extra as thanks. I got them just for you. Figured they'd suit your style. They sure weren't easy to come by. A real collector's item. We really, at the risk of stating the obvious, it's gonna take an awful lot of resources to restore the other roads and monorails to working. But, at least with this monorail operational, you can bring us large shipments of materials with that's gonna go a long way towards getting up. We can fabricate pickup off-roaders now, by the way. The driver's seat is in it. This allows the driver to survey their surrounding. You can customize it. That said, a lot of parts of the schematics for this vehicle have already... Which means that we can look forward to... Sure, the monorail, but repeated exposure to timefall, and with the constant threat of BTs, and if you happen to come across a track layer, even a small Anyway, we're so grateful for the...
You managed to save the days. The people here now have more than enough supplies for... They should be able to prepare cargo for the next... But first, I have some information to share with you. About Lou. Return to the DHV Magellan so we can...
Order completed. Well done. That's the spirit thing, said.
Hey, Sam. How's it going? I have updates for you, if you have time.
I take it you've learned more about Lou?
We followed up on the message Deadman left for you at the lab. About how there was another BB-28, not Lou, who, according to the records, was decommissioned 4 years ago. The first time you and Lou met was about 2 years ago now, when you were entrusted with the BB previously issued to Bridges Corp's disposal. And together, the two of you made it all the way across North America.
Deadman and everyone else at Bridges, they all called Lou BB-28.
Right. Because that was Lou's serial number. You see, We found the records for the BB storage facility. By cross-referencing the data, we confirmed that after BB-28 was decommissioned 4 years ago, Lou was assigned the same designation and placed into storage.
So what you're telling me is that instead of getting a new serial number, Lou inherited an old one?
As for Lou's mother, following the C-section, it seems she passed away. And that pretty much is the extent of our recent discoveries. Without a still mother to provide support, it makes sense that Lou was kept in reserve. But we still have no idea who approved the serial number reassignment, much less why they did it.
Higgs said there were things I didn't know. Maybe this is what he was talking about.
I think it could be.
I want to know everything about Lou.
You're playing his game, Sam. Chasing after the past is what Higgs wants you to do.
I need to know where Lou came from. I have to know.
If you're sure, Sam, I'll keep digging. In the meantime, you should get plenty of rest before your next mission.
Sam, it's Charlie. A new order is now ready for you. I'd also like to brief you on your next destination. And I believe that Fragile wants to have a word as well. Visit the delivery terminal in West Fort Knott to take on the relevant main order.
Sam, it seems Tarman decided to leave a few books for you. Right there, by your bed. Reading is a wonderful way to take your mind off things. Trust me. That's Tarman's son. He must have placed a photograph in here for safekeeping. This is an important memento. Why don't we go and take it to him?
I found this picture in your book. Is this your son?
Thank you. Yes. He's still out there somewhere, borne along on the currents, with this right hand of mine. It's due to my connection with said missing piece that I can read the movements of the tar. Something akin to a phantom pain. You want to hear the story?
Sure.
I was both a medical doctor and a physics researcher once upon a time. In those days, the tar currents were a key focus of mine. This ship was originally built to facilitate my studies, in fact. The deep tar hunting vessel Magellan, we named her. A ship perfectly suited to pursuing the creatures that thrive in the tar's depths. Another avenue of research, you might say. We called them chiral mammals, for lack of a better name. Seemed like the closest fit. Reckoned if we caught one, we could figure out all the mysteries. The tar, the tides, hell, maybe even the stranding.
Whoa, she's a big one.
Strip yourself in, son.
Tar's looking calm. I'll be fine, Pop. You seeing this? I think she's pregnant. Hey, Pop. This is weird.
Stop! And just like that, the tar took my boy, and my hand along with him. At first, I thought this little guy was my son reborn.
If I may ask a question, the hunters that attacked you after you caught the chiral mammal, are you sure they came from within the creature's womb?
Yes. That said, I'm not of the opinion that the hunters were its offspring.
Its womb merely served as a gateway to the other side.
Indeed. The tar and the beach are connected.
I've known Tarman for quite a while now, but that was it made me wish that I could do something. But setting aside, suppose that cat of his is in fact his son reborn. Why does it treat me as though I'm a threat? Does it just hate me? Reincarnation or not, perhaps it's still a cat at heart.
Transferred to a sterilized pod and sent to a separate facility.
Ready to proceed with corpse disposal? 1.
Sam, your next destination is the northern, like its western counterpart. This observatory is a critical facility that will help us to monitor the chain. To bring it online, you'll have to navigate the canyon to the northeast. But before that, you'll need to link up another site on...
Sam, the next site we want you to link up is called Rainbow Valley. A friend of Drawbridge is waiting for you there. Once the network connection has been established, they'll be joining us on the DHV Magellan. I recruited them myself when we first met. You can pick up the order from the delivery. I'm looking forward to seeing you both. Thanks again, Sam.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route final. Vehicle customization services now available.
Vehicle ready. Please drive clear. Order accepted. Thank you.
Take care. Nothing seems to fit.
Well, we're just bringing up the... Everything... Something about the way you work is just inspiring. So I want to give you this data. Hopefully, it'll make your life a bit easier. Do you have enough materials?
Now display your current quarter grade.
This model comes with an MP. Shotguns can be devastating at close range. However, the grenade... This data was sent to me on the chiral, so you might say... Now, while I got you here, I've got a feeling you'll vibe with this one. I really hope to see you again. Later, man.
day, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Hold on a minute. Are you sick? Then does this mean the drawbridge has finally come to the valley? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you could... It's an honor. The contents haven't suffered any damage. Well done. We'll be hoping to see more of you in the future. The next step involves the Cupid, yeah? Okay then, let's do this.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
The connection looks strong, and that cargo you brought along is going to make a world of difference, too. It'll allow us to proceed with our terraforming initiative. Hopefully, no more towns will have to suffer the fate of the one down below us. Oh, we've shared our tar cannon data with everyone, by the way. I suspect you'll find it... Try it out. Tar cannons are invaluable. While fires are a common occurrence in this region, so these cannons were developed as extinguishers. They leverage the tar's viscosity, making them one of the most... When deployed on the ground, they can both extract... You can pick up the cannon and use it on the go as well. But if you find yourself caught in a wildfire, you'll need to figure out when to shoot... You probably passed the town I mentioned on your way up. At a glance, it might have looked like nothing more than a cluster. But those were once buildings. Places where... As the desert kept creeping closer, the town was... They'd been forced to evacuate. The few who were left behind. Still, at least the exodus went to plan. There are no... This region was once filled with lush vegetation. Until all that beautiful life fell. We swore to do everything in our power to bring back... Around the time we got started, the APAC people... With their help, we've been able to achieve a modest... But moving forward, we have to find a way to nurture and protect what little... Thanks for... You and... In particular, that comrade of yours has performed... If you're looking to link up with them, you'll find them in the ravine on the other side of the river. Come back and visit.
Right. Time to meet up with our comrade. Let's see. They should be around here somewhere.
Feels good.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Enough already.
just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed. Nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head. They keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun. And I said I didn't like the way he got things done. Sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head. They keep falling. But there's one thing I know. The blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me. Raindrops falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. Crying is not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing worrying me.
I think I spooked her.
I really couldn't say. I certainly haven't ever seen her dance like that before.
It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me.
Go on, Sam. Follow her into that facility.
Thanks for coming, Sam. I'm sorry about just now. I didn't know who you were at first.
You're the picture of health, Rainey.
You too, little man.
You had some kind of a trick for dealing with time fall?
Rainey, it's been too long.
Fragile.
Can't wait to see you again.
What are we waiting for, Sam? Let's head to the DHV Magellan. Fragile. Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet the old-fashioned way. Chirograms are great, but nothing beats a hug.
Well, I'm sure you already know. This is Rainey. She's a good friend of the cause.
It really is a pleasure to meet you, Sam.
Nice to meet you, too.
Glad to see you in good health.
And it's so good to see you all again.
Sam, Charlie here. You may now undertake your next assignment. You can find the relevant main order by accessing the delivery terminal in Rainbow Valley.
As usual, Drawbridge can't help but run its people. I was glad to see Rainey in such high speed. She's grown so bright and energetic, almost unrecognizable from our... A pity that her child shows no similar signs of development. Rainey used to be much more quiet and withdrawn. She seemed averse to spending time with people. Dolls, too. It was singing and dancing that got her to open up. I'm something of a performer myself, though I've never showed anyone. The Rainbow Valley greenhouses are the product, and thanks to you and me, those invaluable... There are organisms in the... My understanding is that they're called chiral creatures. Apparently, they will drain your battery. There may be other ability, and really, you shouldn't be bothering them anyway. There's...
Feels good.
Sam, your next order requires you to recover an escaped kangaroo, the subject of an important experiment. Seems the bushland area it hopped off to is one where this is a ticking clock situation, Sam. Accept the main order from Hey, Sam, Charlie, since this is your first order involving the capture and preservation of animals, allow me to provide additional... The kangaroo you're looking for is somewhere in this area. Once you've arrived, use your Odra deck to begin searching for the creature. You can transport the kangaroo in your standard issue animal carrier. No need to fabricate anything unique. Get close enough to the kangaroo and deploy the carrier to capture it. It will be a bulky piece of cargo, but you should be able to carry it on your back like any other container. However, you will need to traverse some heavily wooded mountains as well as rivers and uneven terrain. Bear this in mind when considering what equipment to take with. All right, time to proceed with route planning and final preparations.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Order accepted.
Thank you.
Hope I can count on you. What in the world?
We have a situation, Sam. I'm tracking a fresh bushfire near the injured kangaroo's location. Clock's ticking. Secure the poor little bugger ASAP and bring the shelter onto the chiral network. Once the DHV Magellan can join you on site, we'll see what we can do about that fire.
Kangaroo. Get close enough to put it in an animal carrier for transport. All right, time to make our getaway. This was marked as a dangerous location on your map, Sam. We could get trapped here by the bushfire. Moving to ensure that doesn't happen. Still not sure how we survived that. Anyway, we have a Cupid to connect, right?
That's crazy.
We've heard all about you from your friends at Drawbridge. Go ahead and connect us to...
Thank you, Sam. Don't worry about the fire. Rainey will put it out for us.
Tell me though, who is she exactly?
It's been about 6 months now, since I first heard about the girl who brought the rain.
Whenever I stepped outside, the timefall came. There was nothing that I could do to make it stop. And they hated me for it. Including my parents, who told me to leave. I was the witch who brought the timefall. A monster to be locked up in a cage. A few even tried to burn me alive. The most dedicated witch hunters. I struck out on my own. I was alone for so long. In desperation, I enrolled in a special UCA program. Hoping to find purpose as a mother.
Hey there. You're safe.
But even after I got pregnant, I still couldn't find anyone willing to take me in.
I'm sorry.
No! We need to leave right now.
Please!
God, get out of here!
Anything to do with me. All they saw was a witch, to be hated and feared. Until that day.
I'm so sorry.
Hey there. You're Rainey, aren't you?
Who's asking?
Someone who's been looking for you. For you and your power.
You want my power? Why?
You're a pharmacon. Medicine that can harm, poison that can heal. It's all in how you use it. Want to come work for me? I believe you can save the world.
You do?
There are things only you can accomplish. My name's Fragile. And I'm happy we could finally meet. I'm here for you. For both of you. I'll be your umbrella. And together we'll show the world the hope in your reign. Come on. Who wouldn't want the baby to catch a cold? Come on.
Drawbridge is even more amazing than we'd heard. Thanks to everything you've done for us, the animals are unharmed and the facilities are holding up just fine. It's a wonderful relief. Anyway, I'll check your orders now. The kangaroo seems to be good and healthy. Nothing to worry about. I hope you'll continue to work with us.
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
The kangaroo you rescued seems to be alright, thank goodness. Oh, she's so very special to us, and we're relieved to have her back. And once she's had a bit more time to recuperate, we'll move her to the reserve next door where you can visit anytime you like. By the way, we've uploaded our decoy hologrenade data to the network. You can trigger it remotely once thrown, creating a It might just save your life if you run afoul of any Well, we first found her in an area with high concentrate. How wild animals are affected by prolonged exposure is but it's thought this may be a key factor in how chiral creatures come into So, you can see why our wee girl would be an invaluable... It's where we look after the animals. The vegetation around here didn't die out like elsewhere, and we still have a reliable... After we screen each animal in our underground facilities, we release them into the reserve and monitor them. When that kangaroo you rescued is strong enough, we'll move her up top where she'll be able to strip. That being said, changes in the environment causing never-before-seen creatures to appear, throwing the ecosystem, which is why we strive to preserve native animals here for future... It's where we look at the vegetation after we screen each... When that kangaroo... That being said, causing never-before... Which is why we... Cheers, Sam. You really help. At this rate, we're poised to lose so many native species that predate the death stranding. And once they're gone, between the bushfires caused by chiral cinders and animals behaving strangely and getting hurt. But I've heard that these environmental anomalies might be resolved once and for all in Australia, so I've got high expectations. Speaking of which, how would you feel about assisting us with their preservation? It'd be a simple matter of capturing any wild animals. Even a few would make a real difference. Give it some...
Well done. Return to the DHV Magellan. I'd like to tell you a little bit more about Rainey and her talent.
Order completed. Well done.
Disengaging weapons restriction.
When she's outside, Rainey's constantly surrounded by timefall. But within a 1.5-meter radius of her body, a different kind of precipitation is observed. We call it core fall. Anything it touches is restored to an earlier state. In other words, it has the power to heal and repair, to counteract timefall's effects. Sadly, people only see the timefall, and not the remarkable woman standing in the eye of the storm. Still no signs of growth?
I should be due any day now. If things were normal, that is. But the baby's still stuck at 7 months.
She has still baby syndrome. Have you ever heard of it?
I met a few preppers in Mexico that had something like that.
They're not isolated cases. It seems to be happening everywhere. Though who knows if it's a syndrome or a symptom of something else.
Simply put, the fetus stops growing at about 7 months. To be clear, it doesn't die, but it no longer moves, as if it's frozen in time. Several treatments, including C-sections, have been attempted. Unfortunately, removal from the womb invariably results in death. And while not all pregnancies are affected, it's yet another contributing factor to the already low birth rate. The Genetic Diversity Conservation Initiative just isn't enough to compensate.
You got any idea what's causing it?
There's speculation that it's due to an imbalance in the beach itself. I'm sure it's been explained to you before that countless individual beaches exist, a multiverse of beaches, so to speak, and that they are all governed by an upper beach on a higher plane. Expansion of the chiral network to cover the whole UCA may have inadvertently disrupted the link to that beach. Or so they think.
BB units were also 7-month-old fetuses. So it's not hard to believe that the beach might very well influence the unborn.
While I can offer you no concrete answer, I can state that the plan to extend the chiral network into the Australian continent, to take it worldwide, is also intended to help restore balance to the aforementioned upper beach. And in doing so, it is possible that we may resolve the issue of still baby syndrome.
heading out already, Sam. Can I sleep in a little longer? I suppose not, huh? I was looking into the conditions. It seemed to have been caused by a phenomenon. Unlike other items washed up by the currents, cinders violently erupt from the tar and soar through the sky. This phenomenon has been observed across the continent. It's one more potential threat to keep an eye on. Ever wanted to learn more about the various creatures? Well, there's a speaker outside the facility. Might be good to check in on some of the animals we've taken there once in a while.
Sam, it's Charlie. I'm pleased to inform you that you can now use the map on your ring terminal to check. We utilize information provided by Rainey, as well as local. Take them into consideration when...
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation.
calming sedative. Thank you.
Sam, Tarman here. A short while ago, the tar currents became incredibly unstable. It's gotten so bad that the DHV Magellan can't travel safely. We're still looking into what might have caused this, and we'll be in touch the second we know more.
Fucking rocks.
I love this!
Woo-hoo. Yeah. This fucking rocks.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Trouble nearby. Just a bit further now.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Wait, are you Sam? Then does that mean you carried this hefty delivery? Oh, way to make an entrance. We welcome you with... Now, let's get this cargo of your... I have to say, this cargo is a thing of beauty. You've made my day. Where did you dig up this cargo? I can't believe it. What a gift. I hope you'll continue to support us in the day. All right. Can you connect your Cupid to our...
Now displaying your current
now we're finally connected to the cut. This should make our jobs. And to make your job easier, I've gone ahead and shared data for a suit. I think you'll... Oh, right. I also wanted to give you this. Introducing the Blood Boomerang. Throw it properly and it'll come right back to your hand. It's a reusable weapon in that regard. Folds up nicely too, so it's quite easy to carry. You'll find it's especially effective against BTs, so give it a try against the next one you meet. With the aid of your network, we should also be able to develop stronger measures to defend against belligerents. Which we need since the brigands out west of Honestly, you couldn't have gotten here at a better time. Thanks be to you, we'll finally be able to focus. As the chiral network has expanded, we're seeing more and more anomalies outside of the bounds of it. This has led the brigands to conclude that the network itself, which is why they're opposed to it. But it's not like we can sit back and do nothing. If we don't... One day they started including grenade launchers. Thing is, the brigands don't have a chiral printer at their... So, where'd they get all the new hardware all of it? At this observatory, we focus... There's a patch of BT territory due north of here, and just beyond it is land that's... There's no telling when the facility will be lost. So it's important that we contribute to the research and development of counter... Incidents of tar current instability have grown more frequent, but we haven't been able to determine much. Thanks to the chiral network, though, we expect we'll be able to improve our... After I moved to Australia, the locals learned me all the... I then designed a new type that's effective against... You infuse it with Doom's blood before throwing it. The bigger the charge, the greater the... Naturally, most people would have to rely on blood bags sourced from donors, but since you have Doom's, you can also use your own blood on the spot. Unlike traditional firearms, it hardly makes noise. If your enemies don't actually see you throw it, they'll have a hard time... That said, don't expect it to do too much damage to humans. Not unless you manage to hit them in just the right spot, at least. We appreciate the help. The tar currents are acting up again. Let's both...
That was excellent work, Sam. Thanks to you, the better part of the Western continent has access to our... Now it's time for you to head north and continue to expand network coverage. It is imperative that you connect all of Australia, stabilizing the environment and eliminating the remaining... There will be challenges, of course, but I know you have what it takes. I expect more great things.
Sam, this is Tommy. We believe that we finally determined the location of whatever's thrown the tar currents into cave. The chiralium levels there are pretty high, though, and BTs are almost certain to be present as well. I hate to ask, but would you mind taking a look for us? It's close to you. I've sent you the... We're counting on...
Order completed. Well done.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
yourself.
spirits of the dead are close. Heads up, Sam. It's not safe. They're not human. Don't underestimate them. Wait, are they trying to lay a trap?
Let's go, Solid Snake.
The older deck is reacting to something. We should keep an eye on it and proceed with caution. There's too many. You can't handle them all by yourself. But maybe you can split them up. Take them one by one. Escape, Sam. Up into that tower. He's too quick. Must have gone up to the roof. Sam, might it be worth getting up close and personal with them? Keeping your distance may only make it easier for them to target you. Maybe there's a way to infiltrate that building they've garrisoned. say nirvana? Is he implying this is some sort of realm for the enlightened?
You're right.
It's her, isn't it? The girl from before? I have no idea what just happened, but we should probably take her back to the DHV Magellan, hmm?
Now displaying your current porter grade.
How's it going, Sam? You look better already. That's a relief. While you were recovering, we managed to learn a few things about our mystery girl. When you feel up to it, come to the room next door. Don't push yourself. Take your time.
Are you sure you're all right, Sam? I did notice that you were tossing and turning in your... And I'm still not sure what to make of the girl we found in that... Why don't we do as Fragile suggested and visit her in the next...
You're okay. Come on. Careful, careful.
Come on.
Careful.
Come down.
You got it?
Come on.
Thanks.
This is what happens when she has nightmares, it seems.
There are those who connect with the beach during REM sleep, allowing a tremendous amount of chiralium to flow into their bodies.
Hey, is your wrist gonna be okay?
Yeah. We ran some blood and DNA tests on her. And checked her for signs of injury.
As far as we can tell from a medical perspective, her health is in perfect condition. But that doesn't make the chrysaloid shell in which we found her any less troubling. Not to mention the tar-like fluid that came pouring out of it. We're still analyzing both. And there's more.
You mean those suckers?
Indeed. But that's not what I'd call them. Much closer to a chiral rash, I would say. You know how chiral allergies can sometimes trigger goosebumps? It's like that, except a fair bit worse. The tar-like secretions can accelerate the passage of time on contact, it seems.
We suspect she has dooms too.
And that when she's levitating, she's experiencing the nightmares common amongst sufferers.
That space or realm she left behind to come here. The fellow we saw called it Nirvana, I believe. But to me, it looked like the land of the dead.
Even so, she's a living human being. And I believe that she was born in that place. After things settled down, I spoke with her for a little. Or tried to. She was still in shock, which made it harder to communicate.
Did she tell you her name?
Doesn't seem like she has one. As far as I could tell. So, I named her myself. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, huh?
Sam, it's Charlie. We've recently received a report of brigands engaging in suspicious activity to the west. And I'm sure you'd like to push on, but I don't think we can afford to ignore this. Please access the DHV Magellan's delivery terminal to undertake this main order.
That sure looked good, Sam. Tomorrow, a mysterious young woman from the world of the dead. I hope she makes a swift recovery. I just can't stop thinking about that place. It was filled with the spirits of the dead, a vast number, beyond counting. And the man who attacked us without any explanation. I don't have any idea who he is. Do you? It was a place that belonged to the dead. And while we were trapped there, only a scant few seconds seem to have passed here. It's like the beach in that regard. Time flows differently there, relative to how it does in our world. Those battlefields you once journeyed to were also pockets of reality outside of ours. But this was different. Perhaps we'll be able to understand it better if we ever get the chance to go there again. Which isn't to say that I want to go back.